there, this is Jennifer Vanderbeek, Imagine Artist in Residence, and in today's video, I'm going to show you how I made this mermaid card. I'm starting with this Lovely Swirl background from Clair. I looked at it and I immediately saw waves. So I'm going to use that and VersaFine Clair in Warm Breeze, and I'm going to stamp it multiple times, kind of lining it up. It doesn't have to be perfect. This is not about perfection. And then I am going to spritz some fireworks in Summer Sky and Bahama Blue onto my craft mat and blot it up with the paper. This is going to give me a great shimmery background for my card. Now, for the foreground, I have this really cute, adorable mermaid stamp that I have not had a chance to use yet, and I thought this was the perfect time. I stamped it several times in Warm Breeze because if you've seen my videos, you know that I will stamp everything 2 or 3 times because I don't want to have to go back and redo stuff, so I'd rather give myself a few extra pieces than have to start all over if I mess something up, because, you know, stuff can always get messed up. And then I'm going to use my Memento markers. I'm using a combination of pastel colors, and I am going to go both direct to paper as well as do some watercolor techniques using a water brush and scribbling the marker onto my craft mat first and then picking it up with a water brush just to get some variations in color. Like my desert sand, for instance, was just a touch too dark for what I wanted for the mermaid skin. So by watering it down a little bit with my water brush, made it perfect. And I've done this with some of the other colors in the hair. It just makes it so easy to blend everything. Now I wanted her to pop out. I wanted her to stand out a little bit from the card. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to emboss her. I'm going to use the Versamark Dazzle pad in Champagne. And what that's going to do is that's going to add a little bit of glitz and glitter and sparkle on the top of the marker and watercolor mermaid that I've created. And I'm just going back and forth from the heat tool back into the embossing powder, bumping it up with a little more Versamark, kind of do whatever you need to kind of get it to stick. But you want a few layers on there. You really want it to kind of look enameled. Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to use the rest of the sheet of paper, as you can see, waste not, want not, and I'm going to cover about 1/3 of it with some more fireworks, this time in desert sand and potter's clay. And this is going to be for my ocean floor. I've trimmed down my pieces so that they will fit more than comfortably on a card base. So I've got the stamped and embossed waves going on. I've got the spritzed ocean floor. I've got my beautiful mermaid, but she needs a little bit more. So I am going to use another stamp set. This one's by Waffle Flower, and it's my Mermonkeys roll. It's called Little Mermaids, but I call it the Mermonkey set. And I am going to take some of the accents and, again, stamp them in that Warm Breeze. I think stamping in something other than black sometimes, you can do outlines in anything. So in this case, because I have kept the outlines in this Warm Breeze, I am tying everything together. It doesn't matter that it's different stamp sets. It doesn't matter that it's different line thicknesses. It doesn't matter that it's different styles. The fact that it's all stamped in the same color and then embellished after that means that everything ties in together. I'm using the same Memento marker shades that I used on the mermaid to color in the seaweed, coral, and shells. And again, because I'm repeating colors, it's all going to look cohesive, even though it's different styles and different stamp sets. Once the images are colored to my satisfaction, and you know what, I'm reusing that one sheet of paper that I started with for the image stamping, and there's a little bit of overspray from the fireworks before. You know what, that actually worked into my advantage because it gave some of the seaweed and coral and shells, it gave it a little bit of shimmer from the overspray of that desert sand. And again, that will tie everything together. And once everything is fussy cut, I did the mermaid with a craft knife because there's some really super fine details. And then I just used a pair of detailed scissors for the accents. I'm going to adhere the seaweed, coral, and shells with some on-point glue. I'm going to use tear it tape for my larger flat items. And then I'm going to take the little sentiment that I stamped and embossed and pop that up with some foam squares and use some liquid scrap dots to mount the mermaid. This just gives me a little bit more flexibility and allows me to position things a little bit better, I think. So there it is. There's my Fintastic Mermaid card. I think this is gorgeous. I'm so happy with it. And you can really see the little shimmer from the fireworks and the dazzle pad. It's just gorgeous. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you've enjoyed this video half as much as I enjoyed making the card. I hope it's given you some inspiration and tips on how you can use different stamp sets together if you keep your other elements cohesive. And as always, for more tips and inspiration, please point your browsers to imaginecrafts.com.